KUSM and Gopher Tales is proud to present live on tape from Wilson Auditorium, the Blues King, Mr. B.B. King. And I think I speak for everyone here when I say tonight's performance was something special. I mean, we all be jamming there. I know I was. I'm lucky I have a voice to even talk to you right now.
Well, thanks very much. I had a good time myself. I think the audience was terrific.
Oh, it was quite the show. I want to ask you about Lucille. I know she's been with you a long time, and she sounded sweet tonight. And if the lady sings the blues just for anybody, it's for that lady.
Well, thank you. Lucille that I'm playing now, I'm sorry to say is not the first one. It's Lucille the 15th. And I've had this girl about 7 years. Usually the others, usually people ask what happened to the others, so in case you're wondering, I'd like to tell you. I sometimes get ripped off for them, and sometimes people borrow them without my permission, same difference. But then I've given several of them away. I have a couple of friends that I think are terrific, that I've given them one when I had another one. And so I'm down now to 2, Lucille the 14th and 15th.
Have you ever cheated on Lucille?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little. Yeah.
She doesn't cheat on you, though.
No.
How old were you when you first started playing guitar?
When I first started trying? About 11.
11. Did somebody show you your first riff, or did you figure it out yourself?
No. My uncle's brother-in-law was the pastor of our church. And he played guitar in the church, in the sanctified church. So, in the South, they used to have, I don't think it's stopped. I think it still goes on. Usually, the adults will have dinner first, then the kids later. Well, usually when the pastor of the church would visit my uncle, I would be there, so he'd always lay his guitar on the bed. And then they all would go into the kitchen, they'd have dinner. And when they would go into the kitchen, to the bed I'd go. Hop up on the bed and grab the guitar and start, trying to play it. Excuse me, one day they caught me. They finished eating before I thought they would. And I thought sure I would really get it, but the pastor didn't. He didn't raise a lot of sand with me. They came out and said, "Put the guitar down, put it down." And I thought maybe my uncle would really, tan me up. But the preacher was very nice, and he showed me 3 chords. And the 3 chords I use today. It's 1, 4, and 5. I still use them.
Yeah.
So that's how I.
And B.
Well, yeah. However, if you're in the key of C, it would be C, F, and G.
That's like Hank Williams said. There is no other key besides G.
Yeah. Well, I don't think my guys would quite agree with you, because I get kind of devilish every once in a while. Even though we play mostly 12-bar things, we do play some things that have some changes. But I think I'm very lucky. I've got a terrific group. All the guys play much more than I'll ever be able to play. I learn from them every night.
Well, I'm a guitar player myself, and one thing I learned is the difference between a guitar player and a great guitar player is not how many notes you play, it's how you play them. And I don't think anybody plays them better.
Oh, you're real kind, boy. What would you like for breakfast?
How about Lucille?
No, I can't. No, I look at it and listen at my guitarist tonight, and not only tonight. Leon Warren is a fantastic guitarist. And in fact, the whole band, all the guys, seriously, I'm not saying it because a few of them are here, but they move me every night. They motivate me. They make me want to play.
The feel is there.
Yeah.
It's the feel.
And they're terrific. And I don't know, these guys must study or something. I don't know what
You mean they know how to read notes?
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. They really do. All of them read. Yeah, I'm the worst one in the group. All of them read it.
Your music has influenced a lot of people through the years. Name a few: Eric Clapton, Elvin Bishop, Peter Green from Fleetwood Mac. Who has influenced you?
Everybody, even the ones you just mentioned.
Right.
No, I don't know. It's sort of like the hands on a clock. people that say you influence them. Then you listen to them later and hear things that they're playing that you wish you could play too. Peter Green, as well as Eric Clapton, most of the guys, Elvin Bishop, we're all friends. But I hear them, sure, I hear things that I may have influenced them in. But then they've learned to do their own thing until I hear things that they're doing that I would like very much to do myself. But to go further than that, people that did influence me before them was like T-Bone Walker, which I think was the guitarist that played blues on electric guitar, single string, that nobody has been able to capture even today, many years after he passed. But then there was a Texan, and
Gatemouth Brown?
well, believe it or not, Gatemouth, I think, is a terrific guitarist. Terrific guitarist, and one of the best showmen in the world. Terrific guitarist, but a showman.
That's like your show, I'll tell you. You can have you talk to people. They be jamming with you.
Well, thank you. But Gatemouth and I, we've locked horns many times. He always won. He always won. He's terrific, but I'm talking about people before him.
Yeah.
Speaking of people like a guy called Lemon Jefferson, we all called him Blind Lemon Jefferson because he was born, I understand, blind. And I never did meet him, but in the 30s, he did most of his recording, I think late 20s and early 30s. And that was one of my idols, or not was, is one of my idols. Another guy called Lonnie Johnson is also an idol of mine.
Charlie Christian?
Charlie Christian, yes, and also Django Reinhardt.
Oh, yeah.
As I mentioned, well, Django and Charlie Christian both were jazz guitarists, not singers, so I love them, still
They
love
broke
them.
new ground
Yes.
those days.
But Blind Lemon and Lon Johnson was both blues guitarists and singers, so all of them, I should say, really was something like a Bible to me, because I've listened to them through the years and I still listen to them now. I carry a tape of them with me now. I have one with me here.
Well, I was going to ask you, that's my next question, was if you were at home right now and you wanted to lay back and grab an album out of your collection, your favorite album, and give it a listen, what would you grab?
I'm sorry to say this, I'm quite moody. I don't have just a favorite album that's my favorite all the time. I like rock, I like soul, I like jazz, I like gospel, I like blues, and I like light classics. Because when you go beyond Pavarotti, well, then you kind of lose me. But but back this way, the one thing that I can listen to all the time, and when I say moody, to try to explain what I mean, tonight, for instance, when I go in, I might just want to put on some good blues and listen to. You name them and I like them. Then tonight I may not want any blues. I might want some good jazz. I can lay back, you know. Then sometimes I don't want that. I might want to hear some gospel, or I might want to hear some rock. And it depends on how my mood is, whether I want it loud and, you know, then or I may want it where it's kind of mellowed down, like the Carpenters or somebody like that.
Do you ever watch MTV?
Yeah, of course.
I know you have a video on here right now. We don't really have to mention it.
All right.
Tonight is right on there with the best of them.
You know what? I'm going to say something, and I've been apologizing for quite some time now. I never thought that I would live long enough that MTV would play anything by B.B. King. And after we did Into the Night, and they said we want an exclusive on it, I've been saying, thank you, MTV, thank you.
Do you have any other plans for some more videos?
Yes, yes, I have some more plans. I don't know when they'll materialize, but yes, I do have. The group and I, we're working on some things now that we're doing ourselves that even the company doesn't know about it. My manager doesn't know about it. Nobody knows about it, and don't you tell them.
I won't say a word.
When we get it together, then we'll tell them.
Nobody else will say anything.
No, that's right. Nobody's
Okay.
saying anything. Yeah.
That must have been a real pleasure working with John Landis, who is
Yes, John
very
Landis.
talented director. And as I see on the album, he co-produced 3 of the songs on there.
He is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and one of the brainstorms of the 80s. This man can, he knows what he wants, and knows how to get it. And sometimes it means working the hair off you, but he knows how to get it, and he knows how to go about doing it in such a way so you don't mind him working the hair off you because you want to do it.
Right.
No, he's my friend, and I love him. He's a beautiful person.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you very much, and I'm sure everybody here who is viewing would like to thank you. I mean, you made this night special for me and for a lot of people. And Montana, well, is this your first trip to Montana? One more
Not my
question.
first trip to Montana, but I think it's my first trip to Bozeman.
Right. Well, I hope you have a good time the rest of the time you're here, and thank you very much.
May I please come back?
You betcha.
I'll be there. Thank you. Thanks a lot.